Hello.
Hello. Welcome to part 4, aka the start of case 2.
Hey, we're somewhat doing it on time.
Of Great Ace Attorney, also known as Dai Gyakuten Saiban. Or if I was super American, I'd say Saiban.
Shin Megumi Tensei.
This is the part, first owner for, this is the part where I turn on the music. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, it's episode 2. Well, it's case 2. That's usually how these things go. Don't judge me. Today's a very special occasion. It is AshadowLink's 31st birthday, so happy birthday. I'm finally turning the big 3-1. I was trying to think of a really goofy opening to this. My initial first go was that it was going to be, we're doing something different today. I'm actually in the same room as AshadowLink. He just hasn't found me yet. And then I was going to give out a fake address. But I thought 31st birthday was cute. Whatever. Are you ready? Are you ready? Matt, it's not actually his birthday, by the way. I'm just goofing. Especially 31. Not his 31st. Stop!
I'm 50.
Yeah, that's what 50-year-olds sound like. According to Matthew Levenska, people who are like 90 must be like, like they must be fucking decrepit. So are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Do I need to turn up your volume?
Do you need to turn me up?
Do I? I don't know. It's up to them. It's up to the audience. If the audience.
Let us know. Let us know.
I'm always having fucking audio problems with this, so I just want to make
hello,
sure.
Hello, Tabby, and hello, Kiki. Welcome.
I just want to make sure everything's okay and fine and dandy and cool and hip and swing. All right, I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, I adjusted things on my end. So. Last time we actually started the first like 5-ish minutes of episode 2, but we're just gonna go through all that again, just as a refresher, because oh man, it's quite the opening.
The sailors are Russian too. So
yes, I remember. So, did I actually save my progress last time, like at the beginning, or did I save?
I think you might have saved, but you can just restart, right?
Yeah, because I got 2 saves here. That'll do it. All right, here it is. Loading data. Here we go. It's cutscene time.
狭い部屋の片隅、深い闇の中で。ホームズと私は息を潜めて待っていた。やがて通気口からシューシューと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。その瞬間、突然ホームズが飛び出して闇の一点をステッキで鋭く打ち据えた。見たかワトソン。ホームズの張り詰めた声が空気を震わす。私がランプの遮光板を上げると部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。ホームズは部屋の隅を睨みつけて私に向かってつぶやくように言った。被害者が死の間際に言い残したまだらの紐という謎の言葉、その恐ろしい正体こそがこいつだったのだよワトソン。そこには巨大な毒蛇が牙をむき威嚇するようにとぐろを巻いていた。それは世にも恐ろしいまだらの紐だった。
We got it.
Joke's on you, it's
cutscene. Oh yeah, it's another cutscene. Fuck, I forgot. I got goofed on.
始めるとしようか。この奇怪なる殺人事件、その真相をね。 失礼。犯行時、扉は内側から缶抜きがかかっていた。缶抜きに細工された痕跡はない。犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考えられる。ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かったのだろう。見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡はこのメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。札を貼ったのは犯行時間の直前、被害者自身だったようだな。ほう、これはこれは。
一体貴様は何なんだ。好き勝手しやがって。
そうです。海洋警察が到着するまで現場に手を触れず待つべきだ。
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。
バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密室殺人だ。
それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者なのだ。僕は大英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして知らないとか。
All right. Also, according to chat, of course, as usual, the lovely people behind this fan translation. Oh, by the way, this is a fan translation. We should have mentioned.
It's by the wonderful people at Scarlet Study. Their link is in the description, right?
Yeah, they're in the chat,
okay.
as always. They're
Cool.
really lovely people.
Cool.
I want to give them chocolates, but... They say in chat, hey, I just checked the version number on the title screen. This is the version that still has the in-joke. So something's gonna happen. We're not gonna understand.
Intrigued.
They're gonna understand, and we're all gonna have a laugh.
I'm intrigued.
Oh boy. Here we go! My head is pounding. By the way, if you need someone to play Watson, look no further. Us two have wonderful voice acting chops as...
As you've seen.
What's going on? This room seems strangely noisy. Watson isn't in this episode. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, really?
We've got to wait.
Fuck. Listen. Oh, wait. Oh, there's two Watsons, remember?
Yeah.
But, like... I have a really good little Watson voice. I have it picked out already, alright? Alright? It's gonna be great. What? I can't move. Whoa! What is this? What is this? Aren't these handcuffs? So you're finally awake. Even after we violently dragged you out from that wardrobe, you still refuse to wake up. You've got some damn guts. Ah. Guess I got caught after all. That's right. Looks like you understand the situation. You damned criminal. All this time, no one suspected that scum like you could have been hiding in that tiny wardrobe. I'm sorry. At this point, it'd be best just to come clean and confess your sins. Unless you're ready to be cast out into the sea through that porthole. Alright, I'll tell you everything.
And please, answer one question for me.
Ding. That voice is...
Just why in heavens did you take his life?
Ah, Sasudo. Hold on a second. I took his life? No, see, that was like 2 weeks ago. I didn't do it. We've been through this already. It was like 9 hours long. We're like, we were in there for like a fucking eternity. I didn't kill him. We're done. Why are you asking me this now? It's been over and done with. What? Where is he? Where's Asugi? Ah, there's a limit to how much you can feign ignorance. You murdered him with your own hands. You can't fool us. Ah.
Kazuma. His corpse was just discovered a short time ago.
You're going into fucking,
I'm...
Swan Lady.
It's been 2 weeks. That's a pretty long time.
I'm rusty.
He was found inside this cabin with a latch shut on the inside.
Asugi's corpse. Oh no. Don't start giving us stupid excuses like, I'm still drowsy, so I forgot. Asugi's dead? No, that can't be. Then, these handcuffs are...
I shall ask you once more. Just why? Why did you take Kazuma's life? Please, answer me at once!
Suki. Half a month ago. Should we really be doing something this extreme, Fire Emblem man?
You're being smuggled into an international exchange student's cabin. Quite the thrill, don't you think?
What a thrill. I thought I was going to die when I was brought here as carry-on luggage. The Russian sailor threw it onto the floor with all the strength he had. I'm sorry if I'm being real cringy with these mispronunciations tonight. I've been up since like 6 a.m. It's been, I'm a little on edge right now. The trunk I was stuffed in, that is.
Nevertheless, it's surprising. I never expected that you would really fit into that trunk so snugly.
Yeah, I got a thin frame, you know?
You're so much more compact than you appear.
That's fucking weird to say. Shut up. Don't. We're friends. Don't do this to me. Shut up. I seriously thought my spine was going to snap.
There are 50 days until we disembark to the shores of the Great British Empire. It'll be fine. You won't be found as long as you keep yourself in this cabin.
God, they would be taking a direct, Oh my god. That would take fucking forever. Oh my god. The sailors will definitely rip my head off if they find me.
That's true. All the Russian sailors here are incredibly brawny, very thick, very muscular.
Very thick. That aside, why are we keeping this a secret from the legal assistant?
Legal assistant Mikotaba, you mean?
Yeah, that one. That girl's on your side, isn't she? Introduction wouldn't hurt. You know? I'm cool too. Highly doubt she'd rip my head off at least.
If she were to find out about you, then she would become an accomplice to us. It'd be better for this secret to be kept between the two of us.
If you say so, I hope this verbal agreement does not come to bite me in the ass in any way, shape, or form over the course of the next month and a half.
Now then, it's almost time for the next sailor to take his cleaning patrol.
God, for 50 days?
For the time being, it might be cramped, but go hide in there.
They're gonna be like, why is this kid with the flowing headband always eating 2 whole meals back in his room? Must be hungry, damn.
He's a growing boy.
Yeah, he's a growing boy.
Compared to squeezing yourself into that trunk, this should be a breeze.
I bet he's like Riley. I bet he's like 9 feet tall and... Jeez, if that sailor randomly decides to open the door, it's all over, you know?
Come on, it'll be fine. Then how about you write, "Do not open" on that piece of paper over there? Yeah, in Japanese, that'll surely work.
Yeah. Well, no, they put it in Russian, remember?
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll paste the paper firmly on that wardrobe there. I'll paste the paper firmly on that wardrobe door there for you.
Oh, dude, thanks, man. You're the best. Since then, it's been half a month. They didn't even get like 15 days. They didn't even get like 25 days into this fucking. Oh, it was in Japanese.
I knew it.
Yeah. I thought didn't they point out Russian lettering?
It's like every anime where they say it's a different language but it's just Japanese.
Okay, because I swear he pointed out some like Cyrillic. All right. I would never have thought that something like this would happen en route to the Great British Empire. In any case, we'll drop you off at the next port. Until then, don't you dare try anything funny. You damned murderer! Murderer? Please hold on a second. We're not... Didn't I tell you already? Confess your crime. That's not what I was referring to. It's true that I was smuggled onto this ship, but... I could never kill someone. You're the only possible culprit. Just give up and accept your punishment. Sasado. Please, just hear me out. Let me tell you what happened. Crazy story.
Very well.
Alright. Thanks. T.Y.
There's something I need to ask you about as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's freaking me out. She's freaking me out, man. I don't like it. Staring right into my soul.
I can't keep voice for the life of me.
Gazing right through my fucking brain. Jesus. Anyway, I should listen to what she has to say. Stop this inner monologue. So it's really true? He was murdered? And these handcuffs are because I'm the accused. Under suspicion of murdering Sogi.
Asogi, yeah, there you go.
When Kazuma was first discovered, this room was completely locked from the inside.
Almost dropped my 2DS there for a second. Locked from the inside.
No gear.
No gear.
Would have been impossible to enter the cabin. The door was latched from the inside. In other words, even if the culprits could have gained entry, they could not have escaped.
What?
It follows that the killer was inside the cabin. It's the only conclusion that makes sense. Would you like to raise any objections?
How could this be? So then, how did he die?
You just committed the crime this morning, and yet you intend to feign ignorance.
No! I didn't do it! I don't fucking know! Please tell me, I'm begging you!
The cause of death is not yet clear.
So they don't even fucking know how! And they're blaming me, goddamn! What a bitch.
The ship's doctor is investigating, but he isn't adequately trained to perform autopsies.
This is fucking bullshit.
Specific details may have to wait until we reach the next port.
That means the body has no obviously fatal injuries, right?
Yes, that's correct.
What exactly happened here? I know I just asked you, but like, is there more? Why was Asogi's life taken from him?
I'm sure that you know the answer to that.
I don't! Stop! Huh?
After all, you were here the entire time.
Fuck off! I was in the little cupboard. You can't prove that. I mean, you're right, of course, but
He would always be up before dawn, ready to greet the morning with his daily training. I would always be waiting for him outside his cabin.
oh, that's
However, the usual routine didn't happen today. He never came out of his room.
So by that time, Sogi was already.
I tried knocking on the door, but there was no response. I was worried, so I decided to call for a sailor's help. The door's bolt was no match for the strength of several grown men. It broke open.
I know that feeling. Magfest. Oh, there was Russian on the ground, not on the.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was getting confused.
And when we rushed into the cabin, we found Kazuma lying on the floor.
A cool little fucking belt. His body must have been lying there when that outline of tape is now. Where that outline of tape is now. Fuck. God damn it. Alright, I was in the cabin. But still oblivious to all of this. I genuinely don't know what's going on. I was asleep inside the wardrobe the whole time.
Allow me to make my stance very clear. I don't believe that sounds plausible.
Why would I kill him? He saved my life.
Why would I kill him? I love him.
Why would I go through all this bullshit again? You weren't in that courtroom for 9 hours. You were standing outside with your dad walking. Fuck. I don't want to believe it either.
Alright, I've told you everything I know. Now, it's your turn to speak.
Okay. I understand. The back of my head is starting to throb again.
To start with, why are you even on board this steamship in the first place? I'm certain I heard something about a stowaway earlier.
Yeah, okay, so... Well, the truth is exactly that. It's been half a month since we left Japan. I've been hiding in this cabin the whole time, the entire time. It really sucks.
I wasn't aware.
I know, that was part of the plan.
So you sneaked behind Kazuma's back and hidden yourself away in his cabin.
No, it was his idea. It was his idea. No, it'd be impossible for me to pull off something like that.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Listen, he knew, alright. Asogi was actually the one who asked me to come along. He wanted us to travel to the Great British Empire together.
Kazuma asked you to do that?
Yeah, he was like, dude, they got this thing called Tea Time. It's badass. You should come check it out.
Can I ask what his reason was?
Yo, have you ever eaten a Cadbury Oreo bar? I haven't. I want to. We're gonna share some fucking Cadbury Oreo bars. Those things are bitchin'.
Eat them together.
Yeah, dude.
The same bar.
The same bar.
Same bar.
We're gonna do the pokey game, except with the Cadbury Oreo bar. That's something that even I'm not sure of.
You're not even sure?
No, but I'm here. So, he was. Hey, Asogi! Tell me why already? Why go this far just to take me along to the Great British Empire? This cabinet sucks. Don't you fucking ellipses at me. I'm your best bud.
I've been thinking about it for a while now, ever since the end of that trial. I know you heard me when I said it to you then. You're meant to be an attorney.
Yeah, I remember. But you weren't really being serious, were you?
You've got the talent, I guarantee it.
Dude, I'm a biology major. Well, I don't plan on becoming an attorney, whether you think I'd be any good at it or not. I always wanted to be a dentist.
Well, that's something you have to decide for yourself. London is the vanguard of the modern world. It is a bustling metropolis of culture. There's no harm in seeing that world for yourself, is there?
Of course not. That much goes without saying. I mean, unless they're racist or something, but, you know, why would they do that?
Well, truth be told, I also have a selfish reason for going through with this. If you were to become an attorney, then someday...
Someday what? Are you planning on murdering someone? You've gotten very close.
Never mind. It's nothing.
There's plenty of racism in this game. That's the joke. That's what I was making a goof at. That's what I was, yeah.
Naruto.
There was a certain subject that Kazuma often spoke about to me. I want to change Japan's judicial system, he would say.
That's like a fucking tongue twister right there.
Especially when I'm doing a really high-pitched voice.
Yeah, doing that falsetto.
Perhaps he wanted to carry out that mission with you at his side.
Oh, badass. We're gonna change the world. Yeah, that might be possible. I'm very curious as to what his true motivations were. Not gonna fucking know now, huh? Well, we were talking about that. His eyes. Fucking gorgeous. They seem dark. In a way that I'd never seen before.
Naruhodō, you're giving me conflicting feelings.
I'm really sorry that we didn't tell you about the stowaway situation.
Well, this is Kazuma we're talking about. I think that he didn't want me to have anything to do with it, instead of being an accessory to crime.
You're right! You're right! Just as we'd both expect. Yeah. Alright, last night. Let's do it.
If you really aren't the culprit, then allow me to ask you a question.
Yeah, shoot.
What happened in this cabin last night?
Well, I don't really remember. Last night, Sogi brought his meal to the cabin, as usual. Double-fisting biscuits. After that, I climbed into the wardrobe for the night, as usual. And then I
assume you fell asleep?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that, while someone murdered Kazuma, you were sound asleep?
Yeah. That's how I remember it. Look, I know how suspicious that sounds, but hear me out. Hold up. Hear me out. I swear it's the truth. When I finally did wake up, I found myself in handcuffs. And on top of that, for some odd reason, my head has been throbbing.
Huh?
Is something the matter?
No. Everything is fine.
Did you do this? Anyway, you have to believe me. I'm not the real culprit.
Trust me, it's not as if I don't want to believe you.
You just have no fucking reason to.
But I can't think of any other way this crime could have been committed.
Ugh. Sogi, just why? Why did you have to die like this? Ah! I have to do something.
I have to do something. Don't move a muscle!
God damn it!
As the culprit, you are forbidden to leave the scene of your crime.
Yeah, can I look around though? I refuse to accept that. Sogi was murdered here. I wasn't able to do anything about it. With that in mind, you really think I'd be okay with just sitting here not being able to do a thing?
If that is how you feel, just what exactly do you intend to do?
Pace around. I'll investigate his death from start to finish, as thoroughly as I can. I'll investigate who killed him, along with how and why the killer did it. So please, excuse me. Whoa! Whoa! Ah! What in the world?
That was the Susato Toss.
Oh shit! Smash Brothers. That's the new move. It's the assist trophy. The Susato Toss. Somehow I doubt I've ever heard of a move like that.
In that case, prove it to me.
Proof?
If you are truly innocent, then show me your evidence.
I was about to, and then you fucking sus-tossed me into the fucking back of the room.
She gave him the sus.
Give me the sus. You're being real sus right now. How can I do that?
Have you already forgotten? Not long ago, you were acting as your own defense on trial.
Yeah, but I didn't like it when I did that. It was really not fun. Oh, so that's it. I'll need to present some decisive evidence. I need to get Susato to understand. I'll need to show her evidence. Evidence that will prove that I'm innocent.
It's the sticker on the wardrobe.
When you discovered me earlier, did you find this stuck on that wardrobe over there by any chance?
Why, yes. That is correct. I I do recall something like that.
You see, whenever I went to sleep, Asogi would always paste this on for me. It was meant to keep the sailors from opening the wardrobe. And of course, last night was no different.
Ah! Now that you mention it, earlier, just before we found you, we pulled off that very seal you speak of.
Yeah. If I was the criminal, then in order to enact my crime, I would have torn off this seal as I exited the wardrobe.
Indeed. It would be just as you say.
In other words, it would be impossible for me to be Asogi's murderer. Literally impossible. Got you there. Wrecked. You just got destroyed with facts and logic. Can't do shit about it. Don't even dare think about tossing me again. I swear to God. It really fucking hurt.
Even when you're down on your back. I can see why Kazuma thought so highly of you.
Thanks! You know, he was my friend, too. Sasado. If that's alright with you, would you kindly help me up, then?
Very well. In light of this new information, I will allow you to investigate the scene as you wish.
Ah, thank you very much. Have I cleared my name, then? It's gonna be a big fat fucking no.
No.
Yeah. So, what? It was...
Not yet. It's still possible that you used some sort of strange sorcery to attach that seal.
Man, fuck you guys. What kind of person do you think I am?
First of all, let us thoroughly investigate the scene. I shall accompany you.
Got it. Let's do this, Sasado.
Please, do not misunderstand my intentions. As I said, my doubts are not yet entirely resolved.
What?
To make sure that you do nothing to vandalize the crime scene, I will be observing you closely.
Gee whiz, thanks.
Do not dare to use any strange sorcery to get rid of any evidence you might find.
What the fuck? Strange sorcery. Alright. Alright, I got my big boy stylus out. Let's do this.
Oh god, I'm gonna crumb. Hold on.
What? What the fuck just happened? What? What the fuck just fucking happened?
I sneezed.
Jesus fucking Christ. All sorcery aside, my first objective is to begin examining this cabin. Sogi, hope you're watching. I will avenge you! Alright, let's examine. Ooh. Ooh.
Check out that katana.
Ooh. Yeah.
That is Kazuma's katana. He always had it attached to his hip.
Not anymore. The katana is the heart of the Japanese. That was one of Asogi's favorite sayings.
I heard that he persuaded the government to allow him to bring his katana into Britain.
What a badass. Just goes to show how important it was to keep it by his side. Asogi had the spirit of a proud warrior. I must ensure that it lives on. I'm taking the sword and putting it in my back pocket.
Oh wait, I've seen promotional art of Ryūnosuke.
Yeah.
With a katana.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he inherits the katana!
Yeah, dude, of course! Why,
Hell yeah.
why wouldn't he?
Hell yeah.
Come to think of it,
What is it, Sasado?
whenever I examine things, I feel as though my vision begins to narrow.
Uh-oh, that can't be a good sign.
I'm sure you're already aware of this, but...
I'm blind in one eye. Oh my fucking god.
You can use the left and right buttons on the bottom screen to look around.
What are you talking about?
Let's make sure not to miss a single corner during our investigation.
What buttons? Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I've been doing. This bitch is fucking crazy. What? I think my vision just narrowed a bit. Got that tunnel vision.
Oh, good. This game has the check mark, so you don't need to keep re-examining things you aren't sure that you have examined yet.
Let's check that out. Those are leftovers from last night's dinner. The roasted chicken.
Yes, it was quite delicious. Incidentally, did you happen to eat your meal on the floor?
I'm not a pet dog, you know. I ate my chicken at the dining table like an actual human. Odd though, when did that chicken bone fall on the floor?
Oh, but didn't Kazuma hate chicken? I seem to remember as much.
Yeah, but when you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean, it's kind of hard. You know, beggars can't be choosers. He despised it. In fact, he vehemently refused to even touch it last night. So being the hungry stowaway, I ate up the whole thing. Yum yum.
Oh, so that means...
That's right, I'm a hungry boy.
Kazuma had likely been famished during his final night on Earth. Just before he perished.
That's a fucking... I don't know, they had biscuits. He probably ate some bread.
Immensely pitiful.
Suddenly I have a stomachache.
I'm slipping into the British.
I know, right? Stab after stab of sheer raw guilt. Just go for it. There doesn't seem anything here out of the ordinary. Justice is written in bold, straight strokes. It's very reminiscent of Asogi.
These words...
Okay, hold on. I got cotton mouth, so I'm slipping into British because it's easier to speak like that. Fuck.
Some water.
These words put to paper by none other than Kazuma himself. Are you able to look directly upon them without averting your eyes in shame?
Yeah. After all, I'm innocent. Dumbass.
In spite of the locked room?
Hey, fuck you, alright? Don't give me that sass, alright? Always comes back to that, huh?
Examine
Let's
the
talk.
man.
Let's talk to this man. I ought to question that sailor who's keeping watch over the crime scene. Excuse me, may I have just a moment of your time? Suka Blat Rush B. Let's see. How are things going on your side of the investigation?
Oh, I've got my head on the desk.
I've heard that the Japanese don't tell jokes, but it looks like my sources were wrong. It's not true. Japanese love jokes. They just don't like irony. I'm not even memeing. That's like a true thing. I should know. I witnessed it firsthand. George fucking hates me. Huh? The criminal himself, telling me to report to him. That's a real funny joke, friend. This isn't a joke.
He's labeled you as a criminal. I don't think you'll I think you'll have trouble getting him to take you seriously.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Pay the court to fine or serve your sentence. Well, I'm already talking to him. I might as well try for some more information. Was there anything peculiar about last night? Why the heck would there be? Just shut up and go sit in the corner or something. This conversation is over. Alright, for some reason, that sailor seemed flustered for just an instant. Alright. Yeah. The SS Alclair's ship regulations are posted here on this placard.
Oh, I wasn't reading the name.
It's something akin to a list of requests from the captain to the passengers.
Don't shit on the bed. Do not store any dangerous goods such as weapons or animals in the cabin. Well, well, Kazuma broke both. Because not only did he have a weapon, they call me an animal. I'm a real party animal. What? Why are you staring at me like that?
No, it's nothing. I was just thinking, are you more of a weapon or an animal?
Oh! We've been through this. I'm a fucking party animal, my guy.
It just happened to cross my mind for a second.
God damn it. Either way, you can mark me off as a forbidden possession, I guess. Jesus fucking Christ.
When we rushed here earlier, this door had been bolted tightly from the inside of the cabin.
It's just a small, simple bolt. But it'd be impossible to either break out or in, as long as it was latched in place. Given the evidence so far, I don't blame Susato for doubting me. I can feel this bitch's glare burning into the back of my neck. Say, you ever read mystery novels? This is the part where they use a needle and thread to bolt the door from the outside.
An ingenious trick indeed. Yes, I do love reading mystery novels. But since all of the doors and general surroundings in the ship are made of iron, that trick wouldn't work here. Needles and thread can't cut through iron.
Fuck. Did you make Naruhodō a southern gentleman? Now her glare feels more like needles digging into me. Oh my god. What I say?
What's this?
What's this?
Oh, that's you.
What's this? What's this? It looks like broken glass. Some small glass object seems to have been broken in half.
It's quite a beautiful color, don't you think?
It's alright.
Was it from a Nitsuke? Like those buttons that men used to hang in their kimonos?
I think you're right. Did this belong to him? Was he hiding such a lovely piece of art without our knowledge?
Aside from that, there are also some dark brownish red marks on the floor here.
Yeah, dark brownish red. It's an accurate description, but one problem remains. I don't see anything with the type of coloring that could have made these marks. fucking body. Did Soge write that? Judging by the color, I think this message was written using ink.
When he collapsed, he must have jostled the desk, causing the bottle of ink to fall. Then he dipped his finger in the spilled ink and wrote out his last message. It must have been a terrible way to die. Oh, how heart-wrenching.
Is Asogi trying to leave us a clue as he took his last breaths? I'm so sorry, Asogi. But I just can't read this message. I don't speak Russian, you know?
That's probably because these symbols are not written in Japanese.
What? What? What are you talking about? What is it then? What is that? Chicken scratch? Is that Indian? What language is that?
I'm afraid that I have no clue myself.
Oh, fucking great. Never seen letters like these before. Where are they from? What do they mean? So, let's look at the case.
That's quite a large trunk.
For you. It's more like a big box of memories for me now.
Memories? I don't quite follow.
Yeah, I was in it. To tell you the truth, we used the trunk to transport me aboard during embarkment.
That explains this warning label. Do not turn upside down.
Yeah. I should have known better than to think the sailors would be able to read that. So I was flipped over and thrown, tossed and flipped over again, so many times.
Smuggling a person isn't an easy thing to do, is it?
And yet, it's still 1,000 times better than going up against a motherfucking Susato toss. Holy shit. These books have all fallen over. Not a single one is left standing.
Is that a statuette of the guardian god of the sea? It's fallen on its side.
Looks like everything on this shelf toppled over like a deck of cards.
Do you think, by any chance, that Kazuma knocked all these things over when he was practicing his swordsmanship?
No way. I don't think he would do that. Would he do that?
Well then. Did you lose your temper and knock everything over after you woke up?
No, I'm in handcuffs, you cunt. I wouldn't have left the wardrobe just to do something like that, you know? Something happened to knock all of these items loose. But is it related to this case?
Shadow Koopa in the chat. I wonder if the sailors ever questioned why that trunk was so heavy. Well, it's a guy moving from Japan to Britain, or at least going on a very long, extended trip. He would probably have a lot of luggage. Although in this case, he didn't, because there was a man in there.
He just has the one outfit.
He never bathes. He never changes.
He just fucking reeks the whole time.
Sugi, why the fuck do you smell so bad?
It's like a fucking Melee player in here. Holy shit.
This is the scent of honor.
You know, that means Naruhodō has not been, like, bathing at all either. That room just must smell like fucking worst. It must smell like Evo after the Melee tournament.
Anyway, let me put things back as they were. This is going to bother me otherwise.
Peter in the chat says a lot of replacement katanas. No, I bet he had like a big fucking anvil and like a sharpening stone. That's all he has. Check out that desk.
Kazuma must have spent last night reading and writing at this very desk.
His London travel journal left incomplete before he could even make it there.
Apparently, the last sentence on the final page was left unfinished.
Does this mean the incident occurred while he was in the middle of writing this entry? Let's read it. It might contain a clue.
Talk!
Fuck!
You mustn't do that!
Stop!
Even if the owner is lost to us, you can't just read someone else's journal. It's unforgivable.
It's evidence! But for all we know, there might be something important written inside. Alright, fine. I won't read it.
Kazuma.
It's not as if I actually want to go prying through Asogi's personal belongings. But I also know that we need to find as many clues as possible, for his sake.
It's been half a month since we left Japan. And all this time, you've been crammed into that wardrobe?
Can you refrain from saying the word crammed?
Please pardon me. Let's say you enjoyed the voyage from the comfort of your own personal hiding place.
Alright, that's even weirder. Well, I had to stay hidden, since we had no idea when sailors might enter the cabin. That's the reason I was crammed inside the wardrobe for most of the trip. Of course, I was stuck in there all through the night as well.
So, because of that, you didn't wake up during the incident?
It hurts so much to think about it. Hey, what's up there?
Huh. I believe that's an air duct.
Air duct?
Second floor basement. It's a sort of hole that keeps the air in the cabin circulating instead of getting stale.
But this seems pretty mysterious.
Mysterious in what way?
This air duct. It obviously leads through the wall and into the cabin next door.
Yes, it does appear to.
But if you wanted fresh air, wouldn't it be better to have the air duct connect to the outside?
Yes, that makes sense. Maybe it's to avoid having rain blown into the ship if a raging storm approaches.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Oh man, that means the cabin next door is gonna have, like... It's gonna have the smell.
Who is that man? He wasn't here a moment ago. Also, is that loading in properly?
Why is he leaning over that desk? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this a glitch? Is this a glitch?
I think this might be a glitch. That doesn't seem right at all. Watch this game fucking break. You know what I'm gonna do? You'll get used to this. Oh, really? What?
Oh, is this a normal thing he does?
From the looks of it, he's clearly a European.
Ah, over there!
Alright, I've got the best voice for Holmes.
Yeah, you noticed him too, Sussado? That suspicious, I mean that tall gentleman?
Now, this is a surprise. Naruhodō, could it be that... You do not know who this gentleman is?
No, I'm not acquainted with any foreign gentleman. The last time I tried to, He fucking died. He gives off a very strange aura. It's clearly different from all the sailors. I can't tell if he's inspecting Asogi's desk or he's just playing with it.
Oh, come then. Let's hear what he has to say.
Am I imagining it? Or did Susado's eyes just, like, light up?
Oh, by the way, you may have realized this, but when you touch a person with a cursor, you can talk with them.
Yeah, we already did that. Alright. Let's go talk that suspicious... that tall gentleman over there.
Right.
Let's have a talk with Riley Schmitz. What is that position? Oh, is he fucking knelt? Like kneeling?
Oh yeah!
Yeah! How big is that fucking desk? How long is that? Ooh. Excuse me, could you spare a moment of your time?
Quiet! I'm in the middle of something big. It's you.
Oh, maybe we should leave him be. I have a feeling this could turn into trouble fast.
I suppose so. If that's what you think is best.
Ah!
Greetings. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Kept you waiting, huh? Are you doing fucking Kiefer?
No.
Aw. Excuse me. About Asogi's desk. Can I ask what you were just doing with it right now? What the fuck were you... How does that even work? How'd you fit on that? It's got like a 2-foot diameter. What? Oh shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die.
I see. So that's what's going on.
Huh? What exactly do you mean? I feel like I'm being heavily scrutinized.
Okay, so give me a moment to find the voice, because I'm slipping into like David Hayter Solid Snake, and that's not what I want.
You should do fucking Kiefer. Fucking...
No, I'm not. I'm trying to do DC Douglas Wesker.
Ah.
It appears that I've uncovered the whole truth of the matter. My flawless reasoning whispers the truth of all things.
Hang on,
oh my god, his dialogue really is Wesker. Holy shit, this is perfect. I was gonna do like a legit English accent, but I decided that I would die doing that, so...
We'll make diamonds from their ashes.
Yes, that's it. You've returned here from Afghanistan, and quite recently at that.
Huh? What?
And on your way to a foreign country, you found yourself facing a predicament.
He really is Kiefer Snake. We gotta go to Afghanistan and save the kids. Ah, well, he's not wrong about that.
How in the world?
How in the world did you come to know all of that? Is that what you mean to ask? Please, this is but rudimentary reasoning. Nothing for me to bother explaining. All on the route to complete global saturation.
Agent Desmond. Caffeine's a drug. Nicotine's a drug.
God damn it!
My favorite thing about Kiefer Sutherland, same voice in everything. He's supposed to be playing a fucking dork in Twin Peaks, and yet he's still like, I've measured the floor. It's fucking great.
Is there perhaps anything else you might know?
Oh yes, of course. Come
countless things. Countless. Take, for example, your true identity is that of a Russian refugee, a most cruel and heartless revolutionary.
Eat the rich! No, it's not me.
You've killed 16 people so far, and you plan to go to Britain to blow up the Crystal Tower.
Holy shit! Huh?
However, in order to hide your identity, you murdered that man with a headband. Well, I suppose that just about sums it up. Come now, there is no reason to hide your crimes. You know it to be futile.
This is sort of a long shot, but, were you talking about me?
Of course I was talking about you. Tell me, do you see any other Russians capable of assassinating 16 people?
He just did a fucking JoJo pose on me. I'm definitely not capable of doing it either.
I was right all along.
What the fuck?
The one who stole Kazuma's life was you, Naruhodō.
I'm not a Russian! Do you see this complexion? Do you see these eyes? Do I look fucking Russian to you?
And on top of that, you're a revolutionary as well.
No, I'm not a red. God damn it.
How insolent. How shameless.
What the fuck? Hey, hold up. Stop! Stop!
The time is at hand. Now, what is your defense against these claims?
I give up. Jesus Christ. If it said to be continued, I was gonna fucking flip.
My apologies. I did not mean to disgrace you.
Alright, listen, no matter how you slice it, there's no fucking way I could be a Russian revolutionary. Are you kidding me?
I'm so sorry.
And as for you, how could you carelessly fire off so many irresponsible, far-fetched theories?
And yet, did I not still speak the truth? And on your way to a foreign country, you found yourself facing a predicament.
Well, that much is true, yes.
See, how's that? What do you make of that?
If you really want to know what I make of that, it's a fact that this ship is headed to Britain, and then I'm cuffed here at the crime scene. That's not really a theory. It goes without saying, as the phrase goes.
And so it does. That is precisely the principle of reasoning. Try to say, it goes without saying, aloud. It is unexpectedly and most mysteriously effective.
Right. So then, who exactly are you?
Ah, yes. I have delayed my introduction long enough. I'm a man known around the globe. The world's most the world's greatest and most famous detective.
You're not a mouse!
Yes, for I am the Sherlock Holmes. A pleasure to meet you. Oh, I knew it! You're the real Holmes in the flesh. Yes, of course. I am the Sherlock Holmes in the flesh.
This isn't going well.
Sussado, could it be that you know who this man is?
Of course I do! Everyone in the world knows who the great detective is.
All of a sudden, I feel like I've been cut off from the rest of the world.
In any case, we should listen to what Mr. Holmes has to say. We'll be sure to find out the truth to this incident with no time with his help.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Alright, let's fucking talk it out. So you're a great detective, and you said your name was...
Precisely. A great detective indeed. I am the famous Sherlock Holmes.
Alright. Well then, famous Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, no. There's no need to say famous each time. Mr. Holmes is more than adequate.
Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck
it! If you're interested in my escapades as Pete, then I would recommend you read this.
The Strand Magazine. This is a popular entertainment publication in Great Britain. Rest assured, Mr. Holmes, I have imported every issue from Great Britain without fail.
It says The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes right there. So basically, you're a character in this book?
No, I'm fucking Albert. What?
Precisely. You've hit the mark.
So he's so engrossed in this book that he actually believes he's the great detective. Oh, it's like a Don Quixote thing going on here.
I can tell by your face that you misunderstand. I am not self-deluded as I might seem.
Uh-huh.
The truth, in fact, is completely the opposite.
Opposite?
You see, this is a series of stories about my adventures, as written by my biographer.
Right. Your biographer.
Indeed. Presently, Dr. Watson is back in London, looking after our flats.
Did no one tell him? Did no one fucking tell him? Dr. Watson?
Thanks to the popularity of this book, the Doctor has been incredibly busy as of late. As have I! I returned from Asia, where I solved the mystery surrounding a cursed royal crown.
I can't tell if he's joking or serious, but either way, that sounds terrifying.
To me, deduction is everything. Simply put, it is the art of pure logic.
Pure logic?
Oh no, it's slipping into the other voices again.
Art?
A great observer of men does not allow even a single reaction to slip by unnoticed.
Ah, he's a fan of the danger scale. Got it.
Oh, fuck! Fuck off! Oh, God!
A slight change in the line or sight
Of facial muscles, a person's very manner of conduct. Holmes is now, like, suffering from multiple personality syndrome.
Yeah, he's gonna turn into fucking Don Quixote by the end of this.
He's Holmes and a Wesker at the same time.
There we go, that's better.
Their fingernails, their sleeves, the wrinkles in their clothes. All of this is vital information.
I see.
A great observer can synthesize all of that information together in a single instant. And the logic he gleans from his conclusions will allow him to find the one and only truth. Indeed, you saw these fiery powers at work earlier. I am a splendid genius.
Yo, this guy's got some fucking nerve being able to tell me, well, look at me right in the eye.
Yes, an extraordinary observer, a formidable logician, and the greatest detective alive. That is him, and he is me, Sherlock Holmes.
Have you heard anything in regards to the incident?
My, have I heard anything? Well, I only drew out the culprit lurking in his cabin and discovered what he was hiding. I'm gonna puke. You do realize that you're speaking with the great detective, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
right?
you just went on for like 15 fucking minutes about it. Listen, I do. Yeah. Wait, then... He's the one to blame for the mess I'm in?
This morning, after I realized that something was wrong in the cabin, I called for the sailors' help in opening the door.
Yes, the sailors set themselves to their work, and the great detective baited his breath. That's right! It was I, Sherlock Holmes, who found you at the scene of the crime. And dare I say, those handcuffs complement you quite nicely. Well, whatever else may have happened, two truths dawned at me at that moment in time. Two truths? I'll let you.
Two truths? Mr. Holmes, can you elaborate, please?
Mr. Holmes, can you fucking explain yourself?
What are these two truths you realized this morning while you were in this cabin? I'd like to know.
One, that you are a Russian
bitch. Suka, as they call it.
Let me be more precise. They are two truths that I pieced together in a single instant. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, alright, I see. Please, tell me more.
Very well. The two truths I deduced from the state of the cabin. 1. The culprit could not have escaped, as it was a locked room incident. 2. The victim was Russian, and he was killed after a falling out with his comrade.
What? Please hold on a moment. Why Russian?
Why, that's easy enough. The message left behind on the victim, the message left behind by the victim on the floor. Take a look.
Why'd you clap?
He's a fucking flamboyant man.
It means wardrobe. Naruhodō is a Russian bot. Oh no!
Sikablat. It means wardrobe in Russian.
Kazuma wrote his dying message in Russian?
I'm glad that you've taken over Suzato for me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
In his final moments, his native tongue was the first to come to mind. Thus, he is Russian.
Sogi, a Russian?
Initially, I worked under the assumption that the culprit's name was Wardrobe. However,
that's dumb.
out of precaution, I opened the actual wardrobe in order to verify this situation for myself.
Yeah, he shot it with the fucking gas gun.
And that was where Naruhodō was sleeping, right? Just so! Inside a slumbering Russian, the true culprit. In other words, you!
I don't even know Russian. Jeez, even I'm a Russian now.
You were wearing the same attire as the victim. Ergo, you were comrades.
And does this look like balaclavas to you, buddy?
If memory serves, that is certainly the type of clothing that Russians are known to wear.
No, it isn't.
What? The student uniform has actually been Russian clothing all this time?
I'm absolutely sure that the great detective's memory is dead wrong there.
Ah, yes. I took a photograph earlier to avoid any tampering with the words on the floor.
Am I gonna see? Oh yeah, there's my dead friend.
No!
This is
Best boy! No! A photograph taken of the victim's corpse before it was transported out of the room.
That's my best friend. He's fucking dead. By the time I opened my eyes, Sogi's body was already gone. This is my first time seeing him in this state with my own eyes.
Are you alright, Naruhodō?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
It's just my dead friend.
Oh, you know, I just put a photo of my dead friend in my back pocket, you know, in my fucking Russian clothes. Is that right, Holmes? You asshole!
Yes? What do you need?
I need you to go fuck yourself, alright? Speaking of Russia, didn't you say this earlier? That I'm a Russian, and a refugee, or a cruel revolutionary or something?
Ah, yes. The truth whispered by my theory. Am I not correct?
Well, could you maybe elaborate about that whisper?
Cigarette! Of course! Gladly!
Like I said, I'm not Russian. About that earlier theory of yours, the one that's about me.
On a journey to a foreign land with a predicament facing you. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's right. But please explain all the other parts of what you said too, like all of it. The Russian refugee, the revolutionary, the fucking dead 16 people.
Ah, that. Well, it's a simple theory, truthfully. Here is this morning's newspaper. The front page headline reads as follows. Revolutionary Dmitry Demiglaski flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai. This ship made port in Shanghai yesterday, and last night a Russian was killed.
Since when did a Sogi turn into a Russian?
Kazuma may have been mistaken for a Russian due to the words he left on the floor. Therefore, in conclusion, the culprit of this crime must be the heartless revolutionary. Having his own identity exposed in the paper, he murdered his fellow refugee. Do I fucking look like Dimitri to you?
Yeah.
In summation, you are he, Mr. Dmitri Demiglaski himself.
No. I mean, first of all, we don't even look remotely similar. Look at his fucking face. Look at mine.
Well, nonetheless, the fact remains that you are the terrible revolutionary.
Bullshit! Don't fucking
After
JoJo
all,
pose at me.
Isn't it likely that a revolutionary would have revolutionized his own face?
No, it's like fucking 1692 or something. Plastic surgery doesn't exist yet. Ah! That's your argument?
By the way, your name isn't listed on the passenger list of embarkment either.
Yeah, he's right about that part. I am still away.
So then, what about the killing of the 16 people in this Crystal Tower business?
Alright. The fact is, all of that information is contained within this front page article. The true occupation and your nefarious deeds. My good fellow, I know them all. Dmitri Demiglaski himself was quoted saying all these things. There can be no doubt.
I know it's like the turn of the 19th century. I'm just making a goof.
So, a revolutionary willingly agreed to an interview for a newspaper?
Wait, so what about the first thing you said? The part about returning from Afghanistan?
That, too, is written here, clear as day. It states that you've just returned from a string of destructive acts in that country.
Yeah, I'm from Japan. Honestly. I've never even heard of this Afghanistan.
Oh, how rude of me. Allow me to give you this newspaper as a sign of our acquaintance.
Alright. Thanks.
I've already finished reading it, after all, and discarding it would be so troublesome.
I mean, it's paper.
So I'm going to use you as a trash can.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Dmitri Demiglaski. Come to think of it, the article on the back page is also rather fascinating.
On the back?
Feel free to read it if you wish. Who knows? You just might become a Russian connoisseur.
A Russian newspaper, huh? Too bad I don't know how to read it. But since I already have it, I might as well take a look at that article on the back.
Let's check it out.
Give it a fucking look. Just
Let's check it out.
fucking Christ. Can I, go?
Did you notice something, Naruhodō?
No, I was just wondering what this article on the back page was about.
I haven't the slightest clue. I can't read a single letter.
I can't read it either, but judging from the feeling I'm getting from this photo, it looks like it might be about some sort of beautiful ballerina.
Yes, she is quite beautiful. Is this perhaps the kind of woman that strikes your fancy?
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
You've quite the discerning eye for that article to catch your attention.
You fucking told me to look at it!
If I may, allow me to explain what the article is about.
Thanks! Please do. He just popped out of fucking nowhere.
This article is about a disappearance that occurred at some point last night. beautiful flower of the prestigious Novovich Ballet Company goes missing. A lone girl was found missing during a ballet performance in Shanghai. It was a beautiful young ballerina named... oh, fuck. Nikomina Borshevich.
Yeah, Borshevich.
Borshevich.
Yeah.
Okay. Borshevich. Fuck.
Which, by the way, what a fucking name. First half of that last name is a soup. The other, well, it's not borscht, but it's close. It's very close.
Borshevich.
The other half, the fucking Resident Evil movie actress. Oh, it's so terrible. Remember this name; it will come up again. I kind of figured because it was highlighted.
It's hard to remember.
It's hard to remember the names of Russian people. I know Gorbachev. That's about it.
It says that she disappeared from her dressing room, still wearing her costume, which apparently included a tiara set with gems valued at 20,000 rubies.
Rubles.
Rubles. Not rubies. Not
rubles.
rubies. This isn't the CDI Zelda game.
Yeah, it's rubles.
Rubles. Fuck me. It's very, very hard to tell. I should make
Gang,
a little
get the
bit
tiara! Get out there fast!
Get the tiara.
How much money is 20,000 rubles?
I couldn't even begin to guess, but surely it's more money than we could possibly dream of.
Probably like 20 bucks. Sasuno's eyes are shining.
Nicotine rush B-ish. Since the tiara is property of the ballet, the owner is on the brink of losing his mind.
I see. Well, I can't say I blame him.
In order to retrieve both Miss Nikomina and the tiara, the ballet company is requesting search warrants for all vessels that are now heading towards Britain.
Might it be that she's defecting as well?
It seems to seem like defection is Russia's specialty.
Naruhodō, you shouldn't say things like that. This article is in Russian. I can't read it at all.
Me neither. I don't speak a lick of Russian.
I'm disappointed in you two. How can you call yourself proud Russians if you can't even speak the language? Allow me! The front page of this paper features an article about a frightening man. Revolutionary flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
It's been said that none who has seen that beard of his has returned alive. This picture was taken by a dead man, either.
Yeah.
My, how awful!
This picture was actually taken many miles away. They just used a really good zoom lens.
Also, the photographer died on the spot.
Yeah. At the very least, whoever took this picture was just fine.
If he is truly so adverse to his beard being seen, he'd do well to shave it off.
I don't think that's the issue here.
What a fucking dumbass.
Is there more to check out on this, or is it? Oh, Peter.
Peter!
I feel like there's gonna be more to this later, if they're giving me the option to zoom in. 'Cause, yeah, I can't do nothing. There's the boy.
He's so beautiful.
He's so beautiful. Yeah. Rest in pepperonis. By the way, you were inspecting Asogi's desk earlier, weren't you?
Sogi. Alright. The victim.
Was there anything that stood out to you?
Take a good look at the desktop. The victim appears to have been writing something.
He's gonna fucking read it, and then I'm gonna be like, huh? This is his London travel journal. And that's his handwriting, too. Oh, but... I don't think it's respectful to read through someone's journal right after they've died.
My. You should have spoken up before I read it.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was gonna do. What? So you already went ahead and read through it?
Of course! Despite my appearance, I can read basic Japanese quite well.
Is that so? I think he's about to feel the wrath of a Sasado toss. Well, aren't you gonna give the great detective a Sasado toss for that?
Goodness, whatever are you talking about?
That fucking sucks.
All the other matters aside, in regard to the victim's journal, I hit my ear and now now my ear is ringing. I'm becoming the baby driver.
You're becoming Brian Wilson.
Oh no. I'm doing Holmes' stupid gestures.
You're doing the fucking JoJo pose?
Yes.
Oh,
I already read this.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The last sentence appears to suddenly stop halfway through.
Yeah.
What could he have been in the middle of writing? Could you perhaps enlighten me?
Didn't you just say you could read Japanese?
So I did, but like I said, only the basic symbols. For example, I can read the word harakiri. How's that? Impressive, isn't it?
I'm gonna fucking commit harakiri in a second. If you say so.
But this writing is filled with kanji characters. I wasn't able to read a single one of them.
I hate this guy so much. So fucking much. Today has just sucked. His bragging didn't amount to much at all.
Excuse me, may I? If you allow me to see that, I can read it for you.
What the fuck? Why can't I read?
Ah, yes then. Please, by all means.
You guys suck.
There are 2 sentences written on the last page of the journal. 1 hour and 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle.
A whistle? A whistle.
A whistle. Intriguing. Please continue.
And the other sentence. 1 hour and 35 minutes after midnight, I saw a speckled band at the air duct.
A speckled band? I wonder what that means.
I'm not sure. I've never heard of it before.
At the air duct? Well, then I would suspect. It must be none other than the air duct which connects to the adjacent cabin.
Did someone throw a fucking snake through the air duct? The adjacent cabin, huh? The adjacent cabin.
Adjacent cabin.
Yeah. Nicotine's a drug.
Now then, I must excuse myself.
If I may ask, where might you be heading?
To be frank, I'm a bit curious about the victim's journal. Also, I need to go smoke a bit and lit one up, fam.
He's about to go crumb.
I feel it'd be worth investigating, and I'll get seasick if I just stand around. I need to smoke real fucking bad.
Puff, puff.
Could it be that you are intending to go to the adjacent room? The one connected to that air duct?
Without a mystery, a great detective's existence is worthless and sorrowful.
Oh,
and without a pipe, it is just as so.
Oh shit, this made $18. Badass.
Nice. Rest assured, I grant you my word that the truth will become clear soon enough. I will bring this Russian revolutionary to justice.
Excuse me, would you mind if we joined you?
That would be a tad difficult, you see.
Yeah, of course it would be. Huh? Why is that?
Why are you even asking me? Just take a look at your own hands.
Yeah, but you can walk me there. These handcuffs, huh?
Handcuffs, huh? After all, you are the suspect of this incident at the moment, are you not?
This fucking sucks, dude. What do you mean, are you not? Please don't act like this doesn't concern you. You're the one who decided that I must be the culprit after all.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You just called me a fucking...
I don't recall ever uttering a single word implying that you were the culprit.
Yes, you did! No. You did just a while ago at that!
No! Aren't you a strange one? Just why would I say something like that?
I don't know! You fucking did!
But, Mr. Holmes, I'm rather certain you said so.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Huh? Really? That's queer.
Nah, he's dead.
Oh, fuck. You really don't have the look of the criminal after all, Mr. Dmitri Demiglaski.
Even though he was looking right in my eyes when he accused me.
I suppose it's fine. This is this and that is that, as the saying goes.
What do you mean?
In other words, it's like this. The culprit should act like a culprit. Just roll over and give up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was beyond cruel. Unbelievable. The great detective just ran off laughing all the while.
Woohoo!
Come on, Naruhodō. What are you just standing around for?
He told me I couldn't go! Huh?
The two of us ought to check the cabin next door as well, quickly.
But look at me! I'm not really in any condition to... I don't even feel pain anymore.
Kazuma left this final lead for us, even as he lay dying.
No, he wrote wardrobe as he lay dying.
Meanwhile, you would rather just roll over and give up?
You rolled me over. Everyone is so mean to me.
The only person who was nice to me is dead.
Is fucking dead, yeah. In any case, it seems there are still things worth investigating in this room. Let's continue our investigation and wait for our chance to move to the adjacent room.
Yes, let's!
Is there really anything else left? I'm pretty sure we got everything. Even in this state, there must still be something I can do. For Sogi's sake, I need to do whatever it takes to forge a new path forward.
Partner, I'm speaking to you from beyond the grave.
Oh.
Use the links in your handcuffs and ring them around the sailor's neck.
Links? Wrong video game, my dude.
the matter, Naruhodō?
Nothing. It's just that sailor standing over by the door. For some reason, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
That sailor, huh? Now that you mention it, you're right. He does look a bit familiar.
I'm back!
Hello, excuse me?
Yes. Can I help you with something? Oh! Oh my fucking god!
Can I help you with something?
Oh my fucking god! I can't. Is he still gonna be coughing up blood? What is this fucking video game? So I'm guessing he's this universe's Dick Gumshoe.
He's perfect. I love him.
Yeah, he's gotta be like. Oh my god, that face. Can it be? Oh my god! There's no doubt!
If it isn't Detective Hosonaga.
It has been some time.
Why? Why are you here in a place like this?
I could ask you the same question.
Oh my god.
I was so astonished that my heart stopped beating.
Are you sure you didn't mean to say, I thought my heart was going to stop beating?
Yeah, are you okay? You're still bleeding. It's been like a month.
I've infiltrated the ship under special orders.
I'm gonna fucking bomb again.
You really enjoy infiltrating, don't you?
Yes, that's what my ex-wife said. If it is within my power to do so, allow me to assist you in any way I can.
The detective just might be the key to overturning this dire situation. So, what are your special orders this time around?
What, Ova, why are you dressed like that?
He's probably looking for the Russian, isn't he?
I'm terribly sorry.
Huh?
All of the fault for this incident lies squarely upon my shoulders.
What do you mean, detective?
My special orders were to guard Asogi.
Alright, I'm gonna commit murder. That's it. That's all settled. I'm gonna commit murder now, and it's gonna be this fucking man. He's already on death's doorstep. He's fucking dying already. I'm finishing the job. I'm finishing the job that God started.
Partner, the link's in your handcuffs. You can do it. The arrangements were made by Secretary Jigoku of the Ministry of Justice.
I don't care what Goku said. You let my friend die.
I was to protect him from possible assassins, so that he may reach Britannia unharmed.
Assassins? He was in that much danger?
I do not know for sure, but what I do know is that currently there is much tension between the empires of the East and West. The Secretary of the Ministry told me to take every possible contingency into account.
How could this be?
Is it really possible? Kazuma assassinated?
Unlike most escort missions, I wasn't able to publicly divulge my identity as a bodyguard. Instead, I was forced to board the ship under the guise of a sailor.
I see.
From dawn till dusk, I kept watch over Asogi, the Mr. Kazuma, until he retired to his cabin each night. And to think, during the few hours when I was not keeping my vigil, this happened. And so, through my own complacency, I allowed him to die. I've failed in my duty. I'm no longer worthy of showing my face to either of you. I'm so sorry.
Detective Hosonaga.
Might there be anything I could do to help make amends for this catastrophic failure? If so, please tell me how I can be of service.
Right now, we're trying to investigate Sogi's death.
I suspected as much. I assume that means you aren't actually the culprit, then.
Of course not.
We'd like to move to the cabin next door and investigate things there as well.
Are you able to grant me approval to leave this room?
I cannot. My apologies.
Fuck. Huh?
At present, you are considered to be a threat to the other passengers. If you were to attempt to leave this cabin for any reason, that rowdy sailor would lift you up by the scruff of your neck and toss you right back in.
And all because they think I'm a stowaway who murdered one of my own countrymen.
But there may be one chance.
Huh?
Have you anything persuasive I could use to help you move around more freely?
Something persuasive, Detective?
Oh no, I'm not turning tricks for this guy.
Yes, if I had something that could provide a reason for you to investigate the other cabin, then I would give my very life, if only to persuade the captain.
But that seems a little...
I can only think of one method that will work.
Huh? What is it?
The same method you used on me earlier.
Oh my fucking god.
You presented evidence to support the argument that you were trying to make.
Yep, that's how this works.
Presenting evidence.
Presenting evidence.
You should already be familiar with it from your time in the courtroom. Just highlight the item you want, then touch the present button. It's as easy as that. Now, show Detective Hosonaga something that might persuade the captain.
Something that will give us a reason to investigate the cabin next door. It's not like we want to barge in there for no reason. Something must support our logic. It's the book. Just find the right evidence and touch present like Sosado said. Let's give it a try. We go ahead and say...
You have to back up.
Oh.
You have to go to the present menu, not the court record. Just hit back.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a moment.
That's fine. You've been
it's been a while.
6 a.m.
It's been a while since I've played these games too.
It's been a while since you've left the courtroom.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since I've seen this menu in particular.
That's true.
Yeah.
The 3DS games are a bit different.
Yeah, it's just a book.
Yeah,
We can't be fucking penalized if we don't do the right thing.
This is
Tsusogi's journal.
Before Kazuma passed away, he left behind some perplexing words.
Oh, this music's fucking banging!
Perplexing? In what way?
In this journal, he wrote, I saw a speckled man at the air duct.
Speckled band. Plexing words indeed.
We still don't understand the meaning those words hold, but the curious thing is...
Ah, yes, the air duct, I presume.
You live up to your title, Detective.
That air duct connects directly to the cabin next door.
If we investigate that air duct, we just might figure out what this speckled band is.
I suppose that's proof enough?
Huh?
At the moment, I must stay here in this cabin. Until the ship reaches the next port, I must remain on watch at the crime scene. These are the captain's orders. Therefore, I have no other option than to leave the investigation to the two of you.
Really?
While I cannot remove your handcuffs, you may While I cannot remove your handcuffs, you may move freely about the first-class area.
Oh, badass. But, are you sure it'll be alright? After all, the captain's orders were...
Do not worry. I'll keep my promise.
Okay.
I'll put up my life on the line to persuade the captain.
It seems like your life's already on the line.
Much is the very least I can do to make up for my failure to protect Asogi.
Thank you very much, Detective.
Shall we be off then, Naruhodō? If you touch the move button, we can leave the cabin.
The move button, huh? Alright, let's try it out. Oh boy, I'm using my legs.
This is Kazuma's room, huh? Let us begin by leaving the cabin first.
Finally, I'm out of that cabin. Still, I'm a little surprised. The corridor out here is narrower than you'd expect, don't you think?
It is, isn't it? Kazuma was an exchange student sent out by the Japanese government. He was given one of the finest rooms aboard, a first-class cabin. If you're wondering, my third-class cabin is about half the size as Kazuma's.
That's a pretty cruel treatment you're getting there. Ah, take a look over there. There's an incredibly strong-looking sailor sitting on guard.
That door connects to the second-class cabins. I would think that sailor is on watch to prevent suspicious individuals from passing.
You've seen more than half of all locations now. Oh boy. Suspicious individuals. In other words, people like me.
You know, I cannot help but notice that, though we've been aboard for half a month, your eyes shine as though you are seeing all of this for the first time.
That's because I am, after all. I was a stowaway. I was packed up in Asogi's trunk during embarkment. Since then, I've been crammed into that wardrobe up until today.
That must have been truly terrible indeed.
Didn't even ask to share the bed with me at any point. Don't look at me like that, please.
Man, Asogi's holding back.
Yeah, right? Let's look at the... It's a diagram of the ship. The SS Claire.
A 3-deck structure, a large number of passenger rooms, a technological marvel.
Actually, I've always wondered, how does such a gigantic hunk of steel manage to float in the ocean without sinking?
It's actually rather simple, if you think about it.
Huh?
Think about the islands of Japan.
What about them?
Even a massive hunk of land like an island floats without effort.
Well,
So, if you're not surprised that the islands float, then why should you be surprised that the ships do?
Oh, I see. That's a pretty good point.
I'm pretty sure they don't float.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm pretty sure islands don't fucking float. What is this? It's nice and round, and it kind of adds a cute touch to the hallway.
It's an emergency alarm. Please, don't touch it.
Emergency alarm.
Look right here. There's a notice. Please press button only in case of emergency. The button sends an alarm to the entire ship and signals the engines to temporarily stop.
Makes the engine stop, eh?
What are you doing? Get away from that!
What? How is what's happening to me right now not an emergency?
That clearly isn't the kind of emergency they mean. If you pushed that button and caused panic, we'd have a real emergency on our hands.
I wish I could just stop everything going on right now, that's all. My wrists hurt.
Please don't inconvenience an entire ship of people just because you're fucking upset.
Fuck you. I feel like if I was Naruhodō, I would have fucking like started like early dementia by
Wait,
now.
what's that in the bottom left?
This is a trap that's used to capture rodents.
Ah, right. I've seen these in Japan too. This one looks like it uses bait and a sticky substance that I've never seen before, though. Oh god, is he gonna touch it?
Let's see. The bait is a food called cheese, a Western staple made from fermented milk.
Cheese. I wonder what it tastes like.
I see that curious look. Don't try to eat it, or you'll only get your fingers pinched.
Aww. Guess I should just give up.
Were you actually planning to eat it?
Well, yeah. All I ever got to eat was Sogi's leftovers, after all. I was always jammed in that wardrobe with an empty stomach.
I'll give you some snacks I brought with me later on.
Oh, badass. Alright.
Door.
Bill, here it is.
Bill.
This is the cabin adjacent to Asogi's. The one with the connecting air duct.
And that air duct was where Kazuma saw the speckled band, apparently.
We still might be able to solve that mystery. Let's try to talk to whoever's inside.
This motherfucking Sherlock. Oh!
Oh, fuck. I accidentally unplugged the 3DS. Please excuse us. There's some business we need to attend to in that cabin, you see.
He says nothing, but his eyes cry out, "Do not open!"
That's the same thing I wrote on that slip of paper that Asogi stuck to the wardrobe. Sometimes eyes speak louder than words, I suppose.
Well, I would wager that we won't be allowed to visit the cabin anytime in the near future.
Yeah, this is inconvenient. I can see an old, oversized ledger book And a pen on that desk over there.
Apparently it's some kind of logbook.
Well, shall we take a look inside then?
Wow! Everything about this voyage is detailed in such beautiful writing.
Yeah. I never thought these old sea dogs could actually write well. I even complimented him, but he still refused to acknowledge it.
I think maybe referring to him as an old sea dog wasn't the best choice of words. Oh, this is odd. It looks like the page for last night is almost completely blank. Hey, isn't that when Kazuma died?
So in other words, the crew members noticed nothing out of the ordinary last night. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna fucking walk
This
out.
door leads to the second-class cabins.
Yeah, you fucking bet. I'm out of here.
What's wrong?
I have such a strong urge to run through there and just get out of here.
You see, you're linked in spirit.
I'm not in the best of situations right now, as you can see.
That's true, but you also know that the moment you dare to touch the handle, that brawny sailor won't hesitate to shoot you to death.
Oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did that joke go too far?
That's not a fucking joke, it's true!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
Oh my god! No, I was the one who took my joke too far in the end. All jokes aside, though, I can never just flee and leave Asogi's death unsolved.
I guess let's talk to the sailor man.
Okay, let's talk to him. Excuse me. May I have a moment?
Oh!
No, let me do it.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah. Is the stowaway murderer. Well, that was a nice way for him to crush my spirits right off the bat.
If he won't talk to you, perhaps he'd be willing to speak with me. Good morning, sir. May I ask you a few questions?
Oh, look. It's the cheap servant girl that was stuffed in third class with the other foreigners.
I see I'm a target for his abuse as well.
Sounds like the sailor didn't wake up on the right side of the bunk today, huh?
Stop calling me sailor. I'm senior crewman, Mitrov Stoganov.
Well, even though he clearly hates us, I guess we should still try to speak with him. Mr. Stroganoff, can you please tell me more about the first class area? Did you guys go fucking crazy with the food names?
They're all of them last
Borscht,
food.
Stroganoff. I see what you did.
This is where the highest class of cabins are. Corridor connects to each of them.
Highest class. Could you perhaps explain?
Only certain people use rooms. Public figures, kings traveling in secret. Rich people. Important people. So I am here as guard.
Kings? That's really impressive.
But Stowaway hides in one of these cabins. On my watch. If I could, I would throw you into the ocean right now and rest easy. Turn your ashes into diamonds.
Please forgive me.
Sorry, I was readjusting myself.
If I may ask a question, is anyone currently staying in the cabin next to Kazuma Asogi's?
Duh.
Susanoo, what was that? What was that just now?
It sounded like, duh! to me. It means yes in Russian. Oh wait, maybe it means no?
Oh my god. So one of those two, I guess. It's 50-50 split.
Cannot let you visit other passengers' rooms just because you want to.
That means the cabin next door isn't empty. There must be a passenger inside.
Interesting.
So, can you tell us anything about the passenger who is staying in the cabin next to Asogi's? Fuck.
Name is Grimsby Roylott. He is upstanding old gentleman from the West.
Gentleman from the West, huh?
Do not bother him with pesky questions. He is knowing nothing about students' murder.
How are you able to assert that so confidently?
Mr. Grimsby Roylott is a respectable Western man. Why would he care about lowly Asian children?
Harsh words.
By the way, did anyone ever tell you you're a fucking racist?
Oof.
Also, when did Mr. Roylott board the ship?
You are not needing that information.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I need that information. From the very start of the voyage, right up until this conversation, I've never seen or heard so much of a single hint of that cabin being occupied.
If the gentleman you speak of is staying in a first-class cabin, that would mean that he must be a very important person indeed. Is that correct?
You're not needing that information.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fucking ask anyway. Mr. Stroganov, have you been on watch here for the entire voyage so far?
Yes, I'm keeping suspicious people like you from running around ship.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about the incident last night?
It's very sad what happened to student.
Going by what you just said, you must have been standing guard here last night, too?
Of course.
Then, during that time, did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Niet.
So-so-do?
From the sound of it, I think he said, "Niet!"
Everything was normal last night. Nothing unusual.
What about any odd noises or anyone who looked suspicious?
No. Everything was normal.
Sorry, fuck, man. Shit. Goddamn.
And this guy's gotten pretty shifty-eyed.
Yeah. If he had a Magatama, it would react here. Yeah, pretty much. I wonder, though. Was it just me, or did Mr. Stroganoff glance away for a second there?
It's time to end this little chat.
Huh?
I must make routine report to the captain. You should return to cabin as well.
Alright.
Door to the second-class cabins is firmly locked and secured. Do not bother trying to escape. It is not possible.
I understand.
Now, let's investigate to our heart's content.
Badass! And then they high-five. Absolutely! Let's fucking do it! He's not around. He's not gonna check. Here it is. This is the cabin adjacent to Asogi's. The one with the connecting air duct.
And that air duct was where Kazuma saw the speckled band, apparently.
still might be able to solve that mystery. Let's try to talk to whoever's inside. It actually had.
Oh, nice. Good.
It actually had sound effects.
There's no answer. I don't think we're going to be able to ask any questions about the room right
Kick
now.
it in. Yeah, this is inconvenient. What was that voice just now? It came from inside this cabin.
That could only be the tearful, innocent scream of a maiden in distress.
Uh-oh. Out of the way, you lot! Oh.
I shall kick down that door post-haste!
Jesus fucking Christ!
Mr. Holmes!
Right now, I'm absolutely brimming with the intense desire to kick down a door!
Hold up, I gotta. That's a fucking quote for the century right there.
Yeah, please take a screenshot of that.
Alright. It's there we go. That's a fucking grand. Let me send that in a combo real quick. I'm sorry, I just had to. There you go. It's fucking fantastic, dude. It's a great line.
Please, just one moment.
He struck a fucking JoJo pose. He's like, I'm gonna kick down a door, goddamn!
This door appears to be unlocked.
What did you say? Bōken! Where exactly am I supposed to vent this urge to kick something?
That aside, let's go inside. This is an emergency. There's no time to waste. Fucking get in. Oh, god damn it. We gotta wait for the calendar to catch up.
Oh god, I hope it's not the victim of the first case.
What do you want with me? A Western Jedi. He appears to be Russian. Hey, excuse me, just now, we heard what sounded like a young woman scream from this room. Scream? Stop your silly talk. As you see, I am the only one in this cabin, no one else. He's right, this old guy is the only person in here. But then, what on earth was that scream? Leave now, all of you, now.
Pardon me. Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I presume?
Yeah, I am, Roylott. Who are you?
Sherlock Holmes, the one and only. Surely my reputation precedes me?
Never heard of him.
I am the great detective. My name adorns magazine covers across the British Empire. And so, I am certainly no manner of suspicious individual, as you can see.
He's using that magazine like some kind of substitute business card. Detective, even more suspicious.
We are certain that we heard a scream originating from this very room. It is readily apparent that no one is hidden within your wardrobe, therefore... If it is not too much of a bother, may I open that small trunk over there?
Stop this silliness. This trunk is very, very, small. You think there is a person inside?
Well, if recent trends indicate anything, packing people into luggage is quite popular.
Oh my god. Please stop looking at me! Oh my god!
Did you see that, Naruhodō?
Yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out, Scoob! This dog get moved! All of you leave now! If you do not, I call the sailors. Grimsby Roylott. He stayed in the cabin directly next to Hisogi's. This Russian man, he has to be hiding something.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Oh no.
We must find some sort of lead before that sailor returns.
Oh, fuck.
The mind reading returns. The mind reading returns.
Fuck. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott, could we have a moment of your time? I am not accepting visitors. I talk to no one, now leave. Not off to a great start.
We're not going to get anywhere like this.
That's for sure. How are we going to deal with this man? Oh my fucking god. I wonder if the great detective would know what to do. I think we have to talk to him. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to this fucking asshole.
You disconnected from the call. You gotta turn the screen back on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Did the stream go down too? Is it still up?
Yeah, it should still be up.
Yeah, it's still up. Okay,
I think
cool.
Discord just had a moment.
Discord just had a moment.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Sherlock Holmes? Yeah, they just confirmed the stream is fine.
Please. Just Mr. Holmes is fine.
Okay, homie. That's not any less formal. Mr. Holmes. Homie. What are you doing in there anyway?
Oh, not much. Just making myself at home.
At home?
I'm just passing the time, imagining how it must have felt to be crammed in here.
Aw, man, fuck you. Open the fucking briefcase.
Waiting for the moment when the two of you beseech the aid of a great detective.
Open the fucking briefcase!
Well now, it would seem that time has finally come.
Kick the briefcase open!
Am I mistaken?
Well, he's certainly not wrong.
Nah, look over there. That Russian gentleman, Mr. Roylott, is clearly hiding something. And what would be the best And what would be the best countermeasure against a Russian who's hiding something?
I am not hiding a goddamn thing. Yay!
Does he have a gun? The answer, of course, would be the truth. Indeed, that doesn't apply to Russians alone.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Right, yeah.
But I wonder what that Russian man would do if his hidden secret were to be exposed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't it be interesting to find out?
I would love to, Mr. Holmes. I would love to die in your name.
Oh no, fuck.
Then allow me to show you something intriguing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Something only a great detective can do. A great detective's great deduction.
What mechanic is this?
As you can clearly see, here we have a classic suspicious-looking Russian.
What? What?
Sometimes I wonder to myself, are suspicious people always Russian? Or are Russian people always suspicious?
Oh man, that's a little racist, you know? Yeah. I don't think either one is the case.
And if I may add, Mr. Holmes, no matter how much the beard and the dark glasses may seem to suggest it, I'm not sure they're grounds enough to suddenly label someone as suspicious.
Shit! Quiet! Lady, quiet now!
Why are you looking at me like this?
I see. Yes, I understand now.
What?
At last, the truth becomes clear to me. There is no room for doubt. Now then, Mr. Roylott, I've arrived at 2 conclusions.
What do you mean?
First, conclusion number 1. Your true identity. Simply put, you are a villain! You are just about to cut short something very important to you using those scissors. Am I mistaken? And then, conclusion number 2. At this very moment, you have been caught red-handed in the midst of a nefarious deed. By now, you must be shaking under that beard, panicking over if you've already been found out. Am I mistaken?
Here it comes, Naruhodō, one of Mr. Holmes' great deductions.
Great deductions.
Mr. Holmes has a truly incredible talent. With just one look at a person, he can learn just about everything about them, like that you're a Russian revolutionary.
How in the world? No way, that's impossible.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I've read that book countless times. I can't believe I'm about to hear one of his great deductions firsthand. Oh, truly, it's like a dream come true.
Me and the Russian guy are really relating right now. We have no fucking clue what's going on. I can't believe what I'm hearing. And yet Roylott turned as white as a sheet. Somehow it looks like those 2 conclusions hit the mark.
How could I possibly know that? How could you possibly know that? Sorry, I almost referred to myself in the first person.
Oh my god.
How could you possibly know that? Is that what you were about to say? God, he really is a JoJo. Very well. It is time for all to be revealed. How, indeed, did this great detective before you arrive at these 2 conclusions? Come along now, shall we embark together upon a journey of deduction? What I mean to say is, I'm asking you to tag along with my reasoning. Oh shit. Oh shit. The game is
It's a mechanic!
Topic 1. Identity.
Your first joint reason.
Behold, Mr. Roylott, the mysterious Russian. First, let your eyes be drawn towards this. This oversized pair of scissors sticking out like a sore thumb. Now, just what in the devil were you planning to do with those? With just a little observation, the answer becomes obvious. You intended to cut off your splendid beard with those scissors! Continuing on. Now then, why would you have such an urgent need to cut that magnificent beard? That, too, is quite obvious, and I have the evidence to back it up. Have a look at this morning's newspaper. It contains a rather intriguing article.
Yeah, I noticed that.
In the suitcase. In the suitcase is the little girl who went missing.
Yeah.
In fact, it appears that you two have seen the article of which we speak. Surely you must understand by now. The article inside reveals your true identity. The newspaper's revolutionary article.
Revolutionary Dmitry Demiglaski flees Russia, but leave to be en route to Shanghai. As you can see, the picture clearly depicts that eye-catching beard of yours.
Yeah, but they don't look the same.
Having seen the article, you plan to cut off your beard before the crew found you out. However, since you have yet to do so, your true identity remains clear. You are none other than the frightful revolutionary, Dmitry Demiglaski. Though, with that said, I can't say I've ever heard of you. Conclusion. Defected revolutionary. Topic 2. The crime. Next, my second deduction.
I'm fucking enthralled. This is so fucking lively for the Ace Attorney series.
It seems to me that we have caught you in the act of committing a terrible crime. My nose is getting fucking stuffed up. Now, as for the proof of that crime, aha! It's right over there, is it not? As I expected, it appears that you have shown your hand, Mr. Roylott. When people are taken by surprise, they tend to reflectively shift their gaze. Reflexively, not reflectively. You're not a mirror. It is a classic tale, no more eloquent and powerful than mere words could ever convey. Yes, our answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carelessly directed. The proof of your crime. Elementary. It's that trunk! I think it's about time that you opened this trunk and showed us what's inside,
No, I am refusing.
Exactly, what do you have hiding in there? It's probably a cat. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
From what I can see, were you to apply enough force, I think you'd be able to fit a small girl inside.
God, that is silly.
A young girl stuffed into a trunk. Just who might she be? Oh, good grief. Yada yada dazi. You're not much of a criminal, are you? Your line of sight betrayed your secret so easily. Now, just now, without a second thought, you took a glance at our answer. The reason why you can't open that trunk can again be found in the newspaper. In truth, it seems that there is yet another intriguing article published in these pages. Rather than looking at the article about the revolutionary, flip to the reverse page. Beautiful flower of the prestigious Novovich Ballet Company goes missing. There is only one logical conclusion. The crime you are in the very midst of committing is abduction! According to the article, the girl's name is... Oh god, I'm gonna puke. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Nikomina Borshkevich, or something. Conclusion. Kidnapped Ballerina. And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed. Alright, can we take a minute break? I need to blow my nose. If I keep, like, sucking in the mucus, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back.
Take a slight intermission then. Hang on a second. That's when I play the intermission music. Or where I go back here, and I do
We'll be back, back in a minute, back. Don't forget it, don't go away, better stay right there. Don't you turn us off, 'cause there's no place else to go. We'll be back, back in a minute, back. Don't forget it, don't you go away, better stay right there. Don't you turn us off, 'cause there's no place else to go but the show.
You good?
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, Alright, cool. We're back! Alright, cool. Sasato. Was that really a so-called great deduction?
Yes, I read all about it in his book, but
There's a few holes in there.
his great deductions just now were a little different from the usual.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Holmes, but could you come over here for a moment?
Ah, what can I do for you?
About your reasoning just now, if I may.
Yes, by all means. What's on your mind?
Well, let me start with this new paper. I'm pretty sure I said this earlier, but, these two men's faces are nothing alike. They look completely different.
Well, I seem to recall that I'd mentioned this earlier as well, however. We're dealing with a revolutionary. Who's to say he didn't revolutionize his own face?
Well, I suppose at the very least, he looks more like the picture than you do, Naruhodō.
That's not the point! And besides that, there's something else. That bit about the abduction.
Ah, yes. Truly a shocking turn of events, isn't it? At first glance, I wouldn't think that a girl could fit inside that trunk.
Actually, it's worse than that. It's clearly way too small to fit a person inside at all. You'd be barely able to close it, even if you stuff so much as a 5-year-old inside.
In that case, could the missing ballerina be a 5-year-old?
Oh my god.
Oh, didn't you know? She's actually 15!
Please stop. You two need to stop right now. We had no idea.
So if she's 15, then roughly 10 years of her ought to be sticking out of that trunk.
There's something I once heard somewhere a long, long time ago. In order to make their bodies more limber, some ballerinas would drink vinegar every day.
Vinegar, huh?
Indeed! With a body ripened by vinegar, fitting into a box should be no trouble at all. She doesn't even have any bones. You know what vinegar does to the body?
It just melts the bones.
I think you're mixing up acrobats with ballet dancers.
What a complete mess.
Naruhodō, about Mr. Holmes' reasoning just now.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I think his observations were right on their mark, on at least the foundations of what happened. It's just, the focal points and logic are a little bit off.
A little bit. Completely off, I'd say.
If we were to take the most important keywords from his reasoning, and just discreetly replace a few of them here and there, we might just figure this out.
So take the keywords from his deductions and replace them?
Yes! Discreetly, mind you, if we can do that. And surely Mr. Holmes' great deductions will truly come to light.
Indubitably! That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, I see how this mechanic works. We're playing
Is this what
Mad
Watson
Libs.
does?
Yeah.
Well, it seems you've got your work cut out for you, thanks to me.
You sure are laughing loud enough about it.
Oh, and as for you, I almost forgot.
Me? What is it?
Take a look at your hands.
My hands? Oh shit, oh fuck.
The handcuffs! They're gone!
What? This is how did...
I thought these cuffs might get in the way of your deductions, so I got them off in a jiffy.
Huh?
Amazing! I'd expect no less from the great detective Sherlock Holmes.
I expect way more.
And there's no need to be worried. I'll put them back on once we're finished here.
Man, fuck you. No, that's okay. You can leave them off.
Now then, why don't we give this another go? Come, one and all, to Sherlock Holmes' Theatre of Logic and Reason.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Hold it, Mr. Holmes!
I think we've already read this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just keep going.
Warning, you can
Warning,
game
you
over
can
now.
game over
Oh,
now.
shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. So I think the trick to this, the trick to this is that I think the exclamation point means that it's correct, but the question mark means it's like iffy. And then
also the font type of the bolded and different colored words.
Yeah.
If it's the regular font, I think it means it's correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's yeah.
Oh, what's the kind of scissors you'd cut a beard with?
I don't have any intentions of ever growing a beard like that, so I don't really know.
I think you'd look rather nice in a beard, don't you?
Stop that. Read the words.
I think Mr. Roylott isn't so sure himself.
In other words, this part of the deduction seems a little off.
In that case, Naruhodō, let's try replacing it with something else.
Sounds good to me, but just how do we go about doing that?
First, let's stop and take a good look at Mr. Roylott himself.
Was it really the beard he wanted to cut off?
There you go, that's a good question. Next, look for the answer. When you find it...
When I find it?
Then the rest is in your hands!
What exactly is she telling me to do? Okay, I'll give it a try. Time to replace this logic. What was Mr. Roylott really going to cut off with those scissors? Oh, this is fucking cool, dude! Oh! Oh, shit!
Rotate around him, see if there's anything on his back. His hair.
Hey, okay. I'm just gonna pause this. Oh, I can't pause this. Hey,
Examine it.
Hey, I just want to mention. So I had a theory just before.
Yeah.
That, the ballerina is actually in this disguise. Yeah, just a hunch. This is... But why in the world?
Oh my, what beautiful golden hair!
No! I'm not talking about its beauty. It's just that... Why is hair like that growing there in the first place? Not only that, but it's coming out from underneath a bunch of thick black fur. It's very strange, and yet still so unusually beautiful. Was he trying to cut the fur off of a cat and use... Oh, she was using it as a beard?
Maybe.
Something is clearly wrong here. Hi! Hi! cut off your pretty hair with those scissors.
Indubitably! That's what I meant to say. Such beautiful golden locks couldn't possibly belong to an old man.
Ah! You're actually a woman, aren't you? And judging by your hair's sheen...
You're clearly a young girl at that!
If only I had the chance to cut my hair, then I would not be found out.
Now then, why would you have had such an urgent need to cut that beautiful hair? That, too, is quite obvious, and I have the evidence to back it up. Surely you must understand by now. This article reveals your true identity. The newspaper's revolutionary article.
Incredible. I sure wasn't expecting that. To think that the old man was actually a young girl this entire time. What is it? Why are you staring at me?
Well, it was definitely shocking, but what's even more surprising to me is how much you seem to enjoy this kind of thing.
Huh?
Huh.
Despite your situation, you still ended up jumping around in glee.
And just who was jumping around in glee? Not me, it was just that...
Fine, I'll leave it at that.
Anyway, that aside, look at this. Think back to Holmes' logic earlier. That evidence he brought up, it seems a little strange now, doesn't it?
It does. If Mr. Roylott is really a woman, then that means...
The article about the revolutionary isn't related to the case anymore.
And because of that, the flow of logic has changed course entirely.
The flow has changed course, huh?
Let's replace this evidence so that it matches the flow of logic.
For some reason, that girl needed to hide her true identity. I feel like I heard something about a young girl not too long ago. Understood. Alright, I'll give it a shot.
It is the ballet dancer.
It's that one. It's that one right there. It's that bitch.
Hi!
Hi! This article reveals your true identity. The newspaper's missing ballerina article.
Indubitably, without a doubt, that must be it! Beautiful flower of the prestigious Novovich Ballet Company goes missing.
The correct evidence wouldn't be in the court record without you examining the article, except in the demo where they just give it for free. Oh, okay.
Well, you can still examine it at this very moment.
Yeah.
I do believe that we are finally able to call you by your real name.
Your true identity is the ballerina from Novovich Ballet Company.
Nikomina Borshkovich. Borshkovich.
Yeah! Oh. Oof.
It is, as you say. My real name is Nikomina Borshkovich. Please, tell no one.
Defected ballerina.
Conclusion! Defected ballerina solved!
The crime, running away.
Next, my second deduction. It seems to me that we have caught you in the act of committing a terrible crime! Now, as for the proof of that crime, aha! It is right over there, is it not? As I expected, it appears that you've shown your hand, Miss Nikomina. When people are taken by surprise, they tend to reflexively shift their gaze. It is a classic tell, more eloquent and powerful than mere words could ever convey. Yes, our answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carelessly directed. The proof of your crime? Elementary. It's that trunk!
If that girl is actually the ballerina, then there's obviously no way she's packed up in that trunk right now.
Right. In fact, the idea that she was abducted at all now is... In fact, the idea that she was abducted at all now is disputable.
What exactly is this girl's actual crime? Looks like I have no choice. I'll have to take the stage again.
Naruhodō, you're certainly enjoying all of this, aren't you?
It's pretty badass.
Jumping around the room and joining Mr. Holmes and his theatrics must be so thrilling.
Please stop teasing me. Anyway, some other evidence that reveals that her true crime must be somewhere. Huh?
On the desk. Check the desk.
Here, let me actually grab my little,
Don't forget you can rotate the camera.
Yeah, I know, I'm just trying to find my stylus.
Oh no, I'm going into robo mode. Okay.
It's the wastebasket for this cabin.
Shall we take a little peek inside?
Naruhodō! It's not polite to rummage around in other people's wastebaskets.
I'm gonna do it anyway. She's looking at me like I'm the only rubbish around here.
Well, I suppose we can make an exception due to the circumstances.
Thank you. That's right, the circumstances, of course. As far as I can tell, there's hardly any waste in here at all.
That is rather disappointing.
This is a glittering tiara.
I've never seen them in person, but these must be diamonds. Naruhodō, you should try it on for a second.
Stop. Huh? Why me? Normally a girl would be asking to try it on herself instead.
Well, Kazuma told me.
Oh, God damn it.
Maybe you... Oh, no. I couldn't. It's far too majestic for someone like me.
Come to think of it, this gem-encrusted tiara seems familiar. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and recently at that.
Present the tiara.
It's a small trunk. No matter how you look at it, it's too small for a person to fit inside.
And I suppose there must have been something else in Miss Nikomina's line of sight.
Still, I can't help but wonder, you know?
Wonder about what?
What if there's something weird inside? After all, why else would she refuse to let us open the trunk?
There must be some sort of reason.
No, it's the tiara for this.
Yeah.
Hi!
The proof of your crime, elementary, is that tiara.
Ah, this must be the tiara used on stage by the Novovich Ballet Company, right? It bears a striking resemblance to the one you can see in this news article. According to the article, this tiara is valued at 20,000 rubles. In other words...
That would make the nature of your crime grand larceny.
You pilfered that tiara from the ballet school you were a member of, didn't you?
I am all alone. No allies. No friends. I am needing money to survive. But I did not steal tiara. That is not true. A Prussian earl gave it to me. It belongs to me now. A 15-year-old girl seeking asylum all on her own? I can't imagine how scared and alone she must feel. Are you happy? I have told you everything.
No, not yet.
Huh?
There is still another mystery left to unravel.
I do not understand.
You have obstinately refused my request to have that trunk opened and examined. Surely you must have some sort of important reason to do so. Is that not the case, Miss Nikomina?
I must keep secret from this man. You think to yourself, but it is... Oh, it's you. Sorry, fuck.
I must keep secret from this man. You think to yourself, but it is futile. You've already found a way to infer the contents of the trunk. You see, you've hidden yourself inside the trunk, haven't you?
The fuck?
Ah, good grief.
Good grief.
You're not much of a criminal, are you? Your line of sight betrayed your secret so easily. You yourself are also inside this trunk. Yes, the answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carefully directed. So carelessly directed. Oh. Oh, he changed it.
Yeah.
The reason you can't allow us to open the trunk is written on the books on the shelf.
Holmes' deduction has totally changed from what he was saying before.
I assume he must have changed directions to take our new deductions into account.
Even so, to just certainly blurt out that it must be the books on the cabin shelf. There's nothing more than a random guess. It's painfully obvious.
I wonder if that's really the case.
I mean, no matter what her reason is for refusing our access to the trunk, how could it be possibly written anywhere in those books? It's too convenient.
You may be right, but Miss Nikomina did unmistakably steal a glance in that general direction.
So you're saying is the reason that she refuses to open the trunk lies somewhere within her line of sight this time, too?
Right! We need to make the same assumption this time around.
Why won't she open that trunk? The answer to that question has to lie somewhere in her line of sight.
Alright, where's she looking?
Well, it's gonna be...
Maybe it's the bag? On the right.
No pets!
Oh, yeah! I knew it, it's a cat.
Yeah!
The SS Eclair's boarding regulations are written here. Do not store any dangerous things, such as weapons or animals, in the cabins.
The same message was posted in our cabin. What do you think would happen to us if we broke these rules?
Why, I'm sure it would be something quite terrible.
I mean...
You've already broken those rules, by the way, you fucking animal!
Yeah, they found out Asogi broke the rules and now he's fucking dead.
Such as being thrown overboard into the freezing cold ocean, or perhaps being confined inside some terribly narrow wardrobe.
Oh, come on! It's beginning to sound like I've been taking this punishment for quite a while. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
The reason you can't allow us to open the trunk is written on the notice. Do not store any dangerous things such as weapons or animals in the cabins.
Something inside that trunk is prohibited on this ship. Therefore, I conclude you're carrying a gun.
I can't believe
Because
you
of
have a
this-
gun with legs in your briefcase.
Because of this, you cannot risk opening the trunk and allowing us to examine its contents.
Earlier, we noticed that the trunk moved on its own. If you hadn't a weapon hidden in there, it wouldn't explain the trunk's movement.
Oh, surely you're mistaken, Naruhodō. It's a gun with legs!
It's a gun with legs!
Only one possibility remains, and that's that Miss Nikomina is harboring the other type of things that can't be kept in the cabins. An animal!
There's some hot clipping going on with her,
On my end?
What?
On
No,
my
no,
end?
there was some clipping.
Oh.
Ooh! That's a snazzy little outline.
Elementary!
What's in the fucking box?
It's my kitty, Mr. Whiskers.
Also, we're gonna have to wrap up soon. It's been 3 hours.
Oh my god, it's midnight.
Yeah. Grimsby Roylott is not my real name. It is Nikomina Boshevich, just as you say.
You disappeared from the ballet school mid-performance in order to flee Russia. And last night, you stealthily made your way aboard this ship.
Stealthily? The SS Eau Claire is a colossal steamship. Is it even possible to board this ship without anyone noticing?
You hastily disguised yourself as an old man in hopes of hiding your true identity. And you decided to chop off that long blonde hair of yours, along with the rest of your past. However, a woman's hair is her crowning glory. It is precious enough to be considered her life. You're very beautiful, you know that, Miss 15-year-old? Hello, my name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm single.
Please, don't, Jared Fogle. Don't do that.
If it were me, I would have refused to cut it off and struggled to find another way.
But if that's the case, then what was that distressed cry we all heard coming from this cabin?
Why, the distressed yet beautiful, bell-like... Oh, God. Why, the distressed yet beautiful, bell-like appeal of this lovely lady's cries of naturally... Of course! Ooh.
That was one loud bell, then. I escaped from Shanghai in fear. I know they searched for me. I put on disguise so no one can find me.
And you ended up taking on the role of a fairly suspicious old man, I see.
Fuck.
After I put on beard and hat, I saw a newspaper. Inside was my picture. I was so scared, I shouted without thinking. If I do not do more to change appearance, they will find me. I know that I need to cut off hair, so I grabbed scissors.
That must have been the very moment we first entered the cabin.
Huh. I suppose circumstances like these really do happen every once in a while.
Indubitably, such is the current situation.
This is all a lot more confusing than it needed to be. My friend is still dead.
Excuse me, Miss Nikomina, but there is one last thing I would like to ask. Just what is it that you've been hiding in that trunk of yours?
Inside, my precious friend hides. Please, please, please keep secret. From captain, sailors, everyone.
Well, I suppose that's fine. However, only if you speak with us of the events that transpired last night. Understood?
Yes, I am talking. Is there a to be continued anytime soon, or would it just be better to save and end it here and wait for another time? I'm just asking.
Let's finish up this dialogue, and then when it gets to the examine screen, whatever, we'll just save.
All right.
So what do you think, Naruhodō? We were able to witness the great deductions of Sherlock Holmes firsthand.
Yeah, but I did the work. To be perfectly honest, I think that I'm still a little confused over which part of this is the great deduction. At any rate, at least we can hear what Nikomina has to say now. That's amazing.
That's right! It certainly is quite amazing.
Oh my god.
Ah, that's right. I almost forgot about you.
Yeah? What is it?
Take a look at your hands again.
My hands? Man, fuck you.
Ah! The handcuffs! They're back on again!
How?
As promised, I put them right back where they belonged, in a jiffy.
When did they even...
The suspicions cast upon you have not yet been considered cleared after all. We don't have much choice in this matter. I hope you understand.
I don't understand. I suppose.
Now then, at any rate, we ought to listen to what Miss Nikomina has to say. Personally speaking, I am curious about this mysterious, speckled band that Kazuma witnessed.
Alright. Well, that's it for now.
Yeah.
We've been going for 3 hours. Colin hasn't slept in almost 20 hours. He needs to sleep.
Yeah. Also, we just... we don't want to make this a fucking 3.5 hour long stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Nice.
I'm gonna do the thing where I save twice, because it's just a nice thing to do. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who joined us again. As of course, if you want to know more about the Great Ace Attorney fan translation, links down below, as well as just links to everything else you need to know. Discord, Patreon, Twitter, our own Twitters, and of course, as always, a nice big ol' shout out to the Duke of Dorks for being our super patron, as per usual. And yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said. And
remember, in the words of I, Sherlock Holmes, gamers, rise up.
Always remember to return to the source, and we'll see you next time. Toodles.